Guys, I was absolutely blown away that we poured this in freezing temps with snow on the ground and it came out this good. As y'all know, we've been prepping for this spot here in our barn. We're gonna do a dry pour. It's freezing outside. We're gonna do it the most unconventional way it could possibly be done. Ain't that right? All right, that is all the prep work we're doing right now. Full disclosure, this is not our first dry pour. We've done a couple of them. We've seen many videos. This is not how everyone else does it. The last one we did, we didn't do it like everyone else did and it came out good. So this time we're gonna do it in freezing temps and we're gonna make an awesome section in our barn. I bought 24 bags, and that's 12. Let's bust them out, lay it out, and then we'll put some mesh, rebar, wire, whatever we can find, and then we'll put some more on top. As you can see, there is just a ton of powder flying. That's why my wife is not out here, my pregnant wife. If you guys didn't know, we just found out we're having a baby. It's crazy, it's very fresh, but we don't want to take any risk at all, so she's not gonna help. That's why she's not out here. She'll come out here at some point though, I guarantee it. Just to supervise, you know. All right, because I think we need a little more over there, I'm gonna take a bag or two over here and even it out. Not sure if you'll be able to tell, but it is still a little lumpy after spreading it out. So I'm gonna take this board and try to make it a little smoother, and then I can put the level on there to get it. It doesn't have to be perfect because we're only halfway through. We're just trying to get it decent. So as you can tell, this is a really good time to start learning your technique. You can tell how unlevel that is. It's the rock everywhere. Over here, I wasn't trying at all, but this is already a lot better. It's a lot of the powder on top, a lot of the rock getting pushed down. So in the moment, while you're only halfway through and you're not even close to putting water on, try out some different techniques and see what you like to get it the best finish you can right now, because we're gonna put more concrete on it anyways. Now that we got it fairly smooth, let's throw something down to be our rebar, our mesh, or whatever. Around here, we've got a ton of cattle panels, hog panels, all that type of stuff. Let's throw that in there. All right, so before anyone gets a little crazy, I would not do this if I was doing a driveway or anything like that. That was gonna get a lot of weight. This is gonna be a feed room for us, so honestly, it's not gonna have that much weight. Maybe a couple of 100-pound bags, 50-pound bags, maybe just literally a couple 100 pounds in there, and then we're gonna have shelving up on the back. So what I'm gonna do is, where I think the heavy part's gonna be, I'm gonna make sure that mesh is covering it, so if it cracks, it'll stay together. So again, just to remind you, it is cold outside. I am sweating a little bit because I'm layered up, but you can tell the snow is still out there. Over here is gonna be more where the feed is, and then we're gonna have chickens or a pen on that side. So I'm gonna move that mesh over this way. That way, when we're over the shelves and stuff, it's not gonna be a lot of weight. The shelves are gonna hold the weight. That's just what I'm doing. Do what you want. If this is you, I would recommend putting more. For us, I wasn't even gonna put any. The last barn we did, didn't even put any, and it was fine. I'm doing this to show you guys, and we already have it, so why not? It makes it even better. And again, I recommend wear a mask. Don't be like me. Don't breathe it in. Be smart. Be smarter than me. I actually should be wearing a mask. I should probably go get one. But for now, I'm gonna throw it in there. This is where it gets fun. A helpful tip also, don't just throw your bag down. Powder will fly everywhere. Set it down if you can. Trust me, you'll thank me later. All right, so we had 24 bags total. We put 12 down, we're doing 8. I'm telling you guys, don't bite off more than you can chew. It gets heavy quick, you get tired. So go ahead and do a couple of bags, spread it out, and then you know where you need to put it rather than pulling it. We made that mistake last time. At this point, remember, we have that mesh underneath. Don't push too hard. We can always go back with the rake or board, whatever. You don't want that metal showing. A lot of this is trial and error, and luckily, we've done a lot of trials and a lot of errors in our time. So what we're gonna do is I can eyeball it and see I need more up here in the front, so I'm gonna start in the back and work my way up this way. You can really start to eyeball where it's low or whenever you're doing it, you see pockets, go ahead and fill it in. You can always add more later, but go ahead and fill it in. All right, guys, I'm not gonna even lie. I'm pretty happy with that so far. We're not done, but I don't think I'm gonna add the other 4 bags. I think, honestly, it's thick enough, it's good. I want a little bit of a slope going that way because if rain comes in that main door and it gets in here, because it's not gonna be a solid wall, then I want it to be able to go out. So I do like the fact that it's at a very slight slope. So what I'm gonna do is take a paintbrush roller and start rolling it out and see if I like it. The fact that I still have 4 bags, I can always add more or redo it or whatever I want. That's the beauty of a dry pour. So fun fact, this is the exact roller, everything, same pad from our other dry pour, I don't know, 1, 2, 3 months ago, however long ago that was. I'm terrible with time, but I just put it in the barn, it's been good. It's actually kind of stiff, which we have a new one, but I'm gonna try this and see if the stiffer one works better than the fluffy. I wasn't a biggest fan of the fluffy. All right, guys, I'm impressed, but not too bad. I might try the new one on there as well. I just wanted to see before I go ahead and flatten it all out and really do my final product. That is the biggest thing of a dry pour is test and test, and if you don't like it, redo it. That's literally the best part of this is you're not in a rush until you put water on it. All right, for your final one, get a long board as long as you can without it being too tight in there. The longer, the better. All right, let's try to do a good finish with this brush. All right, crazy enough, with the finishing like you're supposed to do real concrete, which brings the rock up but smooths it out, then you get your board and you smash it down, which brings up a lot of the dust and flattens it out. I ain't gonna lie, it's pretty close to a broom finish. It isn't perfect by any means, but it's looking pretty good. I'm gonna see now if we use the brush. So this side is smoothed out. This side is more broom finish. So really, when it comes to concrete and dry pour and all that, it's just to art. It's nothing has to be perfect. There is no perfect. It's what you want. You want a broom finish? You want a little more rough? Do you want it smooth? Do you want it? How do you want it? I've seen Cajun Country Living. I probably butchered their name, but everyone knows who they are. They are the dry pour kings. They did ones with like crocodile stamps because they're from Louisiana. It's crazy. So to have that the way it is, I'm pretty excited about. I can't lie, I'm almost going more towards the broom finish, so I'm curious if I go get a broom and try to do a broom finish on it, what will it look like? So again, this is the best part of dry pour. You can try whatever you want. I got this little broom. We live in a camper right now, so luckily for me, it extends out. So I'm gonna try to put a broom finish on it. If I don't like it, I'll just redo it. Oh, I think I like that. All right, guys, I like the finish. It's pretty much ready for water, and just like every manager out there, Danielle's on the way once the work is done.
Professional must have done this.
Yeah.
That looks good.
All right, so I'm going for a broom finish here.
Ah!
No, boy! Heck no!
You know he was about to.
All right, guys. Since you approve, you're the manager.
Oh, yeah.
All right, water time. All right, so now it's water time. Put it on your mist setting, and then spray it as light as possible. Trust me, as light as possible. Just a fine mist. This may take a while, and unfortunately for mine, it's dripping. I don't want those big drips on there. We just want that top layer to get wet, so then we can spray it harder later. It's worth taking your time. So that was a real quick mist. We're gonna wait about 1 to 2 hours, and we're gonna do it again. It has been 1 hour, so I'm gonna do it again, and then let that sit for another hour to 2 hours. And just like I expected, I saw the dogs over here. I see a dog print. So luckily, it was hard enough on top already. It was one of the little dogs, it looks like. So I'm gonna spray it again and just keep going. All right, so I'm gonna do it for the 3rd time, and this time I'm gonna do it a lot more because that top, it's actually pretty good. All right, so that is flooded. I put a ton of it on there. The main thing is you let that top layer get good, so when you spray it a lot, it's not gonna affect the finish. But the bad thing is, but the good thing is what we're trying to show you guys, if you could do this or not, it's about to drop into the freezing temps tonight, and that is gonna be full of water. So in the morning, we're gonna see what it looks like. All right, guys, it is early the next morning, and you guys saw that I just soaked it. Well, it dropped way below freezing. I think it's like 20, 21 degrees. Let's check it out. As you guys can tell, it looks really good. We're gonna end up watering it some more. The dogs have ran over it again. I think it's hard enough on top, so we're gonna water it even more today, and then hopefully it'll cure up nice and good, and we'll see over the next couple days if it'll shrink, crack, or whatever. All right, guys, it is early in the morning. Let's go check this dry pour. All right, so let's go ahead and take these forms off and see what it does. It's been about 6 to 7 days at this point, and it's been freezing temps. All right, so you saw it is cold. Let's take these forms off and see what happens. Oh, let's see. Oh, dang. That came out great. Heck yeah. Oh, this would be a little stuck because that ground. It's our coldest ground is, it's frozen. You guys can probably tell, I mean, it is frozen on that board. I ain't gonna lie, this came out freaking amazing. I did not expect that at all. That's probably one of the better sides, looking wise, of just dry pour. And we've done multiple of them so far and never in freezing temps. So, blown away. All right, so there's gonna be loose rock, which is normal. So I can't even lie, this is coming out great. It's definitely not 100% level or anything, but I don't care, it's for my barn. The fact that it didn't crack, the fact that it's doing really well, I already knew whenever we did the top, this rock had to come off. We've done this a couple of times so we know. So I'm gonna have to grab the broom and sweep it off and show you guys. But holy cow, my mind is blown. The best dry pour we've done so far is in freezing temps. So full disclosure, I do know that this can crack over time, but as of right now, it's been a week, it's been great. It seems super good, super hard. Everything is the way it needs to be. I highly recommend doing this, and I think maybe because of the way we did the different types of pouring and all that with the water, maybe it helped. I don't know. Maybe it'll crack and fall apart in 6 months. We will have to stick around and find out. This is what I'm talking about. This came out awesome. Hey, get over here, buddy. Get on. Come on, Lucy. Come here. These dogs were already on it before, whenever it was still drying. So you get in and you take all this rock off, and it looks good. Oh, here's the rest of them. Guys, there you have it. I cleaned it all up. It looks so good. It's so strong. The edges are nice. Everything's nice. We went for that broom finish, which it's not perfect, but it's pretty freaking good, especially for what we're doing. Just building a little feed room, and clearly it holds up to me, holds up to the dogs. The dogs got on it instantly whenever I started watering it. Maybe like an hour later, it held up. You can't see the paw prints or anything. We're going to make this, again, our feed room. So we're going to have some shelving, some barrels, stuff like that. We'll be building that real soon. But guys, I was absolutely blown away that we poured this in freezing temps with snow on the ground, and it came out this good. So this part right here, this line's a little wavy, but that's on me. It's not because of anything else. That's on me. It's okay to us though, because it's just a feed room, but you can make that very smooth. That's just an error on me and not dry pour. So after all is said and done, would I do this again? Absolutely. We had to take the chance. We got to get this done. It's been super cold. We have no time to waste, and it came out phenomenal for what we're doing. Hopefully it'll last the long haul. We'll keep you guys updated, but would I do this for an actual house or anything super important? Probably not, but something like this, 100%.